Today we're talking about the Blue Lock manga. I have not seen the anime. I think there was something like the animation wasn't good. Quite frankly, I don't care. I'm talking about the manga here. I think this is a really good manga. Straight off the bat, I'm gonna immediately let you know my opinion. I think it is a fantastic manga, which only seems to be getting better, by the way. It's not even finished. So, yeah, I think this is one of the best mangas I've read. Not like, oh my god, the best, like top 5, but it's definitely one of the. Okay, this is pretty goated. Since I do like this manga a lot, I'm immediately going to tell you what I don't like about it, right? Because I feel like I have much more good things to say than the things I don't like. So I'm just going to say the things I don't like first. I think, first of all, the coach, Igo Jinpachi, I think that's his name. Pardon me if I don't pronounce the names correctly or remember the names correctly. I just think his character it's necessary, but also it's so over the top to the point where it almost feels cartoony. I don't like that. And if you're like, oh, but like the rest of the mangas like that, it's not. I'll explain, right? I just think every time he's like, oh, this, blah, 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 ego, blah, 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 ego. It's just like, we got it the first time to give the feel of the manga. I got it the second time to really understand, oh shit, this is what the manga is about. And then it almost feels like his entire character's point is just to kind of thrust it down your throat, like, oh, by the way, ego is the most important thing in Blue Lock. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, I think that's the only character where I genuinely do not like him. Not because he's a bad character or anything. I mean, the character's fine. He's literally not like a major character who has shitty writing. It's nothing like that. I just think it's so over the top. The other thing which I will say is when you start off the manga, it does feel a bit corny. It does feel very much like, oh man, I'm reading something a bit childish here. Again, maybe it's because I don't relate to the sport itself. Maybe it's because I don't relate to the whole football stuff. Maybe it's that. Maybe, I mean, whoever plays football and read this, maybe they're also like, oh my god, this is so relatable. This is exactly what's going in my head. Me personally, I'm not of those sorts. So for me, it just felt like a bit corny. Right. Again, and I think that again ties in with the coach being like, ego, guys, ego. When every player is like, oh my god, he's right. Ego, it's so important. It just felt a bit kiddish. It just was like, what the fuck is this, just the start. And these complaints are really at the start, right? Start of the video, start of the manga. And the only reason why, like, if I had to rate this, I would say it's like a 8 out of 10. And the only reason it's not 9 out of 10 is honestly just because it's not finished. Like, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I think this has a potential to be a very, very good 9 out of 10 for me. And for those of you who don't know, if I'm giving something a 9 out of 10, it means like it's fucking, I think it's one of the best things I've ever read. And I think it definitely has the potential. The fact that it's not over yet, and it's far from being over, by the way. Like, there's a lot of content left in the manga. Like, I don't think it's anywhere near to being finished. But when it's all said and done, this might just be one of the best mangas I've ever read. But as of now, I am going to say it's an 8 out of 10. It's in the tier of like really good, but could be better. And that's not because it's became bad. It's just because it's not over yet. Now that I've got all the things I don't like about it, let's just start with the things I love about it, because there's a lot. The art is phenomenal. I don't know how Blue Lock has the most consistent high quality art ever. It's so aesthetically pleasing. The art, like, okay, most mangas, you see the art get better over time. I don't know if Blue Lock is made by like an actual mangaka, or it's like the big panels are made by computer generated. I don't know, like, those digital drawings or whatever. I'm not that knowledgeable on that, right? But ever since, like, from the start of the manga till the very current chapter, the art quality is so crisp. It looks magnificent. It has some of the most incredible artwork. And the artwork is less to do with, oh, it's so detailed. It's kind of not like a berserk or a vagabond, like, oh, over the top stuff. It's just one moment, but it's literally so phenomenally drawn. Like, someone will be scoring a goal and it's like God to your art, right? Someone will be in their minds like, fucking Isagi will be like, oh, how do I do this? And the art is like fucking phenomenal. And I don't care what people say. Like, I've read enough mangas to know that good art does not equal good manga. But A good art certainly feels pleasing to read, and I feel like this is one of them. Now, however, I'm gonna counteract my own point. This is not one of those, oh, the art carries it. It is genuinely a good manga. Like, the story is very captivating. I already will say, I think some of the characters are really, really good. I think the characters are phenomenal. I don't like all of them. All of them do come in again. The same problem I had, which I mentioned at the start. Some of the characters do feel a bit corny, but they're I really like the characters, especially some certain characters. Like I'm already gonna tell you, like Isagi is good. I don't like him that much. Like there's a lot of characters in this manga. Just straight up, there's a lot of characters in this manga. It's not like, oh, one or two or like five. Like there's a lot, and all of them have their moments. Me personally, if I had to give a ranking, I okay. Baro is number one. In case you guys don't know who he is, he's the king, and I will not elaborate because I don't want to get into spoilers. I don't think I even can get into spoilers. Like, what am I going to spoil about Blue Lock? Oh yeah, they play football and then he scores a goal. Wow, no. Baro is very, very goated. I think he is phenomenal. He's a bit of a character. I'm not gonna lie. So the reason I like him is not because of his character necessarily. I just think I don't know why, but ever since I saw him first, I was in love with him. And even though this characters I like much more than Baro, I just think he's so goated. I love every time he scores. I love every time he's on the field. It just brings up such good shit. Like it switches things up from your regular Blue Lock formula, and I just like it. Now the actual best character, it's Michael. It's Kaiser. I think his name is Michael Kaiser. It's Kaiser. He is an incredible fucking character. Kaiser is such a good fucking character. I would not expect a character like Kaiser to be in Blue Lock, but he is. And I would like to bring up another thing I really like about Blue Lock, which kind of ties in with why I like Kaiser so much. This manga gets very dark and very fucked up at times. Like, genuinely, this manga can get really, really fucked up and really like, oh god, this is like dark for quite some of the moments. Like, especially as you keep going in, like at the start, definitely not. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it feels childish and corny at the start, but then it's so short, and then you get more and more into it, and then it's not just about the game. It's about the people who are playing the game, right? And I love how the manga eventually transitioned to that. Like straight up at the start, it's just like, oh yeah, everyone loves playing football, everyone wants to be number one. But then you start getting deeper and deeper into these personal lives of these characters, and it's so fucking good. Like Kaiser, first of all, best backstory in the entire manga, fight me. Second of all, the best character. I feel objectively the best character in the entire manga. Everything about him is so phenomenal. And if I had to give one more character I really like, it's Aiko, because I think Aiko is fucking goated. I think he's cool as fuck. The fact that he was like a defender and the whole Blue Lock formula was only strikers, that made like a whole switch. Well, at least back in the, I think I'm referring to the under 20 World Cup final. Those who've read it will know. But yeah, I think those three are great. Michael Kaiser, is his name Michael Kaiser? Kaiser. Let's just say Kaiser. I think Kaiser is really fucking good. And yeah, I think it's a very, very engrossing manga. Like, genuinely, I was reading it, and that's the thing, I'm not even into football and shit, right? I can't imagine how fucking exhilarating it must be for people who actually play football, but it's phenomenal. This is a great fucking manga to read. And that's the thing, I'm not even going to be biased. It's like, oh, I used to love football. It's nothing like that. It's genuinely really good. It's a really good manga to read. If even if you're someone who's like, oh, the art, I only like good art, it's still good because the story is great, the characters are great, and it just keeps getting better, quite honestly. Like, the bar does not dip. I am not gonna lie, it's kind of been going on an upward trend, and I've not seen a drop in quality for a while now in Blue Lock. At least I can't remember, because it's maintained good quality for such a long time. So yeah, I think Blue Lock absolutely is phenomenal. I think season 2 is coming soon. Will I watch it? Probably not. I'll see. I mean, they are introducing Aiko in the anime, and also the pink, the aggressive dude. I forgot his name. Shido, not Shido. You know who I'm talking about, the gay dude. But I don't think I'm gonna watch the anime. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a little too later, and I want to refresh my memory of Blue Lock, so I might. I highly doubt it though. I would say read the manga, but I feel like that's every manga reader. But yeah, that's my opinion, or that's my thoughts on Blue Lock, the manga. Very, very good, very fantastic. 8 out of 10. Will give more or would give more depending on how it ends or how long it goes. Then we'll see about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.